Yo, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, and you?
Good to see you, man.
Hey, you got a nice place here.
Thank you very much.
Why don't you show me around?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we're here with Mike at Harris's Hair Lounge, and we're here to just talk about how time can affect everything. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the shop, Mike?
Okay. So my name is Mike Harris. I've been cutting hair here in Apple Valley for about 13 years now. I just opened up this Harris's Hair Lounge about 14 months ago. So I'm kind of looking to try to be a known name in the high desert, as far as quality work and quality cuts goes. I want to kind of build that reputation as a go-to person in the high desert for cuts.
So how did you get into the industry?
Wow, that's a funny story. So when I first moved up here from downtown Los Angeles, I moved up to the high desert, and where we moved at, the nearest barber was about 30 minutes away. And at that time, my parents were like, we're not taking you 30 minutes away for a haircut, So I actually just started cutting my own hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So instead of taking me to the barber every 3 weeks or whatever the case is, why don't you just take me to Walmart and buy me a set of clippers or something, and I'll just start practicing on my own. So that's what they did. I started doing it on my own, and then eventually I just started getting the hang of it. My brothers would kind of like, oh yeah, just clean me up a little bit, and cousins, and then friends. Yeah, so from about 15 years old maybe to like 17 is when I was like really, really cutting. But then from there on, I didn't cut anymore. I started working retail jobs. So after doing retail work for about 8 years, I'm sitting there and like reevaluating my life basically, and I'm like, man, what do I want to do with myself? Like, I know I don't want to keep on working this odd end job, basically, where they determine my hours, they determine my pay scale, they determine what days I have off. I didn't like that idea. After a while, I grew to kind of despise it. So I'm sitting there trying to reevaluate my life, and all of a sudden a commercial comes up on TV for the barber college.
Oh, way.
And it just clicked. I'm like, man, I remember when I used to like cutting hair. I loved it. I understand the freedom that comes along with that, but there's also a responsibility also.
Why did you choose to open up your own shop?
I chose to open up my own spot because, like I said, initially I got in it for the independence and the freedom of being my own boss. So after working in the same place for 10 years, I felt like I paid my dues. I started off as the barber that sat and did maybe 2 haircuts all day, right? To being the barber that was requested highly all the time. You know what I mean? So I've seen the lows, I've seen the highs, I've lost, I've won, right? So I felt like I knew that I was ready to take that next step.
What would you say your plans for the shop are? Do you have anything like planned for the future? Do you want to pass it down to multiple generations? Like, what is your
absolutely. So I have children, so I would love to pass this business down to one of my children if they want to. Obviously, I would never force them to do what I'm doing, right? You always want better for your children. Right. Like, no, you're gonna fade, right? This is what you're gonna do. Yeah. Like, if they're curious and they ask questions, of course, I'm gonna allow it. But I did want to establish something for generations. You know what I mean? Like, I put my family last name on the business so that we can feel like we are a part of something, But I wanted to pass it to somebody in my family.
Right.
If that doesn't happen, so be it, you know, but I definitely wanted to make something to pass down to generations.
So what would you say was the hardest thing about opening up your own shop?
I would probably say the unknown factor, right? Is this gonna work? Maybe, maybe not. If I fail, now I gotta walk back to this other shop with my tail between my legs, right? And kind of ask for my job back. So I guess what kept me going was
Probably that.
you know, like I don't wanna feel humiliated, right? I don't wanna feel like I lost. So I think that drove me to do more and to put in that extra work. I don't want to go back to working for somebody else, man.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't. But once I got over that fear, and I started seeing the people coming in and the support that I was receiving behind it, it was a real eye-opening experience. It really made me feel like, man, I probably should have did this a couple of years ago. You know, the amount of support that I got was overwhelming. It really, really was. After the first couple of months, I kind of knew, like, all right, this is gonna work. You know, this is gonna work, because I didn't even expect to have this many haircuts, I guess.
Right.
These many people come through the door, so to speak,
Kind of
at this time, right, to follow me. And when it did happen, it was kind of like, wow, I'm already making this kind of impact on people. That's gonna drive me.
Yeah.
You know, that'll drive anybody. You know, seeing it happen, that will definitely drive somebody. Okay, so this clipper here, this Andis Master, was a clipper that I started cutting with when I first went to barber school. And so I had one of my buddies, I took him the skeleton of it, I gutted it all out. I said, I need you to make this custom, one of one, use your creative, genius, and make it nice for me, So this is what we came up with. And we made the lever still work, so the off and on stitch, still goes. The blade still slides back and forth. So,
that's awesome.
yeah, man.
That's really, really cool. So what would be your advice for a new business owner?
My honest advice would be, if you're thinking about it, just take that leap of faith, man. Because you sitting back waiting for the right opportunity in the right moment, the perfect scenario, I guess, it's never gonna happen. There's never gonna be a right time to do things. Either you're gonna do it or you're not. So if you feel like you want to do it and you're in a position to do it, then do it. Don't wait for anybody. And and the big thing is too, don't listen to outside influences, don't listen to people that have never done it tell you how to do it. Right? This is your dream, this is your thing. If this is what you want, go for it. Right? Like I said, there's never gonna be a perfect scenario in which, okay, I found the right time, this is it. This is the day that I'm gonna pick, this is the day I'm gonna do it. Just do it.
All right. Well, to wrap it up, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Mike.
Thanks, man. It was a pleasure, man. I appreciate you guys coming out and
thanks for having
sharing my story. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
No worries, man.
Thank
Catch you later.
Yes, take care.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next time where we're going to be sitting down with Angel, aka Bowtie the Barber at the Vault. And make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And see you in the next one.